Bonjour à tout le monde, j'espère que vous passez un bon weekend. Hello, everybody. My name is Mr. Pascal Lasambe, and as you all know from my first few segments, I just got married, and it's awesome, and I recommend it to everybody. A time of growth, love, it's really cool. Anyway, I'm here to explain to you kind of a ceremony we underwent before the Western wedding. So we had a Western wedding and we also had what we called an African traditional ceremony where we presented the bride price to the family of the bride. So when the colonialists came to Africa, they saw this tradition of the bride price and said, this is a primitive act. How can you purchase a woman? How can you purchase another person and call her your wife in light of that purchase? And they wrote reports that they sent back to the motherland and giving almost this bride price ceremony a bad rap. But I'm here to tell you that that is not the case. The bride price is more of an appreciation, a gift of love to the family of the bride um, in thanksgiving for raising their daughter up to this point where I can come on the scene and ask for her hand in marriage. So, in order for us to appreciate them for all the hard work they've put in and invested into this beautiful woman, I have to make a case for myself, make sure that they are comfortable with me and know that I'll take care of her. And so the setup is one that we walk into a room and um, the room is set up so that one family is on one side and another family is on the other side. And they cannot interact before the ceremony. Obviously, my wife's family and I, we knew each other, but we had to role play. We underwent kind of a fun role play event. But then I'm hiding somewhere. I cannot be present yet. Only the two families are going to be present before I enter the scene and before she enters the scene. So, and the family, when I say family, it encompasses extended family, aunts, uncles, cousins, etc. Because we believe that when two people come together, it's actually the families that are marrying each other and not just the individuals. As a result, it's important to meet the whole family. And so I'll be hiding somewhere, and when I come onto the scene, a few of my relatives are going to be putting down sheets or some sort of towels on the ground, and I will come in dropping some money on the ground, indicating that I'm willing to do what it takes or go the mile monetarily to um, to get this woman's hand in marriage. And so I take my seat, um, and there's a mediator chosen from both sides, either an aunt or an uncle. On my side, we choose an aunt and an uncle to be a mediator between our family and their family. And they also choose a mediator to be a mediator between their family and my family. So the mediator is the one who is talking, and everybody else is sitting still and agreeing with what the mediator is saying. So it is such that um, the first few events occur when the mediator tells the family of the bride that I have come because I have found a woman, I've seen a woman that I love, and I would love to get her hand, or to attain her hand in marriage. And so she presents this to the family. And so the other mediator will say, this man has this, the father, he has many daughters. Which one are you talking about? And then the mediator will say, can you bring these daughters so that we can identify which one is the actual one we want? So he brings out some daughters, and she won't be one of them. So we'll go kind of down the line and kind of indicate to them that, are you sure you don't have any other daughters? And the mediator will make up a story like, he has one more daughter, but she's studying in a foreign land or she's studying somewhere else, and we need about $250 to pay for her ticket to fly her over to this ceremony so that you can meet her. And so I reached down deep in my pockets and take out $250 and present it to their family. All right. In the meantime, while we're waiting for the girl to come from that distant land, we present gifts first to the father and then also to the mother. To the father, in my specific wedding, we brought him a full suit, some shoes, and a belt symbolizing his protection of his family. So I'm honoring him as a father by bringing him these symbolic gifts. So we brought him a belt symbolizing protection. We brought him a hoe symbolizing provision, agricultural provision. And we brought him a machete, which he would use to chop down wood in order to build the house or the covering over the family. So we honor him and acknowledge his role as the father. And then we bring gifts to the mother. We bring her some shoes. We bring her a very expensive wax from Africa, like a wax cloth almost. We bring her cooking oil because in my culture we believe that it is the woman is the backbone of the family. She nurtures the kids. She takes care of the kids. Along with that comes preparation of food. She's responsible for also keeping the household clean, and so we brought her some dishwashing liquid as well. So we are honoring the traditional role of the mother as described in our culture. And so after presentation of those small gifts, we also bring forth a large sum of money saying, this is what we bring to you in appreciation as a gift of love. And in the meantime, um, the girl who is going to be the chosen one is entering the room, but she's veiled, she's covered. Um, there are two layers of covering. There's first a physical covering of her face, but also there will be people are surrounding her as she walks in so that she is not visible. When she comes in, it is up to her to present those gifts to her father. She actually has to kneel down and say, I accept this man's proposal. I accept this man's proposition. So she kneels down and gives the gifts to her father as a symbol that she's accepting my proposal. If she chooses not to present those gifts to the father, that is indicating that she's actually rejecting my hand in marriage. Luckily, my wife presented the gifts to her dad and accepted my proposition. And then afterwards, she joins me at the front of the room where I was sitting. And we have a big celebration. We eat, we dance, we celebrate what the Lord has done. So now that we kind of have a religious background as well in many cultures in Africa, we also tie in Christianity. We tie in prayer with the ceremony. We tie in blessing with the ceremony as well. And it was just such a nice occasion, such a nice opportunity to kind of maintain our culture in the midst of being westernized, of being in the Western world. So it was really fun and enjoyable service. Of course, from culture to culture, it may vary. I'm talking specifically about my culture. Some of the fees are really hefty in some other cultures, depending on um, depending on how resistant the family is to giving the daughter up. Sometimes they'll block the door and say, you need to pay us $200 just to enter the door and make your proposal. So sometimes there'll be gatekeepers where you have to actually pay them money in order for them to get in. So it was a wonderful tradition. In light of this Western world, a lot of young African people are kind of losing that tradition or watering it down. So it's been a pleasure to be a part of that. I will try and send some pictures along to accompany this presentation so that you all have them and kind of have a visual picture of what I'm talking about. But yeah, thanks so much for being interested in this, and I hope this will kind of aid you in your study of this tradition. I believe in the context of North Africa, but yeah, it's awesome, and hopefully one day you'll get to be a part of one of these ceremonies so you can see firsthand what is happening. Well, it's a pleasure. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you have a blessed week, and I will see you around school. All right, thanks, guys. And Madam Sif, thank you for this opportunity once again. All right.